looks like we ended up getting some brand new patch notes, everybody. The homie said, psych, you might want to clench your butt cheeks because, yeah, for the longest amount of time, Trump was not stopping, and now he says that he's gonna stop. Pause. And I know a lot of you guys love watching the beefs, but he's saying that he's not gonna be beefing with countries. There's some countries that he's gonna beef with, but not everybody, okay? So yeah, guys, we finally got some good news, okay? We also got the homie Mark Carney out here as well. He says that he's gonna stop the beefs as well. And there's like a whole lot of disasters that we gotta cover, and I know that a lot of you guys love sitting back, relaxing, and watching the show. You love watching the beefs, and maybe this is gonna be the last time we get one, guys. Or it's gonna start a new season of SmackDown vs. Raw, so there's always new opportunities. Fellers, you do not have to subscribe, you do not have to like the video, none of that. Let's get down to the beef, okay? Or I mean, the homie saying psych, okay? Roll it.
Do you have any questions, please?
Mr. President, Canada's Prime Minister says that they will be implementing retaliatory tariffs. You said if that were to happen, that you would be responding with large-scale tariffs. Will you be following through with that promise?
Well, absolutely, but we had a very good conversation. Mark called me today at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
We put out a statement. We had a very, very good talk. He's going through an election now, and we'll see what happens, but we have Liberation Day, as you know, on April 2nd, because, and I'm not referring to Canada, but many countries have taken advantage of us, the likes of which nobody even thought was possible for many, many decades,
Whoa!
And, you know, that has to stop. We're going to end up with a very good relationship with Canada and a lot of the other countries. Some we probably won't. It won't be so pleasant, but with I think most countries are agreeing with me. They actually, many of them have actually.
Yeah, it looks like that the homie's gonna stop the beef with Canada. That's good though. That's cool though. That's cool though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's exactly what we want, man. You know, on both sides we gotta get closer. Not like that though. Pause, okay? No diddy. But we were always tied. But damn, man, you know what I'm saying? Because like, listen, man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Because of the homie Trump, though, Trudeau, the Liberal Party was cooked here in Canada, bro. Because of what the homie Trump did and said, bro, the Liberals are getting power again. You know, the homie Mark, a lot of people loving the homie Mark right now, and yeah, the homie Trudeau was also gaining some popularity, which is, I mean, I cannot believe it, fellas. I cannot believe it. So we definitely want the homie Trump kind of like, you know, stop the beefs, okay? Canada stop the beef, US stop the beef, we all stop the beef. And yeah, it's gonna be good, man. This is the patch notes I wanna see my grandkids talk about it. I want like a hero story. I want to win, you know what I'm saying? I want a W. Like I don't want like the grandkids to be like, yeah, you know, US and Canada went to war together over what? Maple syrup. Over what? Milk. Over what? Like yeah, right? Like what are we talking about, right? Like over milk, over maple syrup? Oh man, get your ass out of here.
Apologize. Boy. They said, look, we have taken advantage, and I don't blame them as much as I blame the people that stood. In this case, I can say the men, because so far they've been all men, haven't they? But the men that sat right there and behind the Resolute desk, mostly the Resolute desk, you know. Okay. I don't know if you know, you have a choice of 7 desks.
7.
The Resolute is the one I like, but
that's a lot.
Some chose other ones, but they sat right behind a desk right in this location, and they let our country be hurt very badly, but I didn't do that. So, but we had a very good talk, the Prime Minister and myself, and I think things are going to work out very well between Canada and the United States. Yeah, please go ahead.
Mr. President, how are the talks with India or tariff going on? And what is the expectations from India? How much do you want?
Well, as you know, Prime Minister Modi was here just recently, and we've always been very good friends. India is one of the highest tariffing nations in the world. What? You know that. I know. Thank you for shaking your head, but it's brutal. It's brutal. They're very smart, and he's a very smart man and a great friend of mine, actually. And we had very good talks. I think it's going to work out very well between India and our country.
Yo, what if they were not homies though? You know what I'm saying? Then it would be, yeah, the homie Trump would have been crazy though.
Very, very well. And I want to say you have a great Prime Minister.
Mr. President, there's been a very serious earthquake in Burma, Myanmar today. With, up to several hundred killed.
Yeah.
The military regime there has asked for help from anybody.
Yeah, we're going to be helping. We've already alerted the people. Yeah, it's terrible what's happened.
Yo! The homie Trump offering to help, that's crazy.
We've already spoken with the country. Okay, please.
Mr. President.
Okay, that's a W. That's a W. Now let's actually get down to what the homie Mark gotta say while being in the Canadian server. So we all saw what was going on in the US server. The ping was like, you know, fluctuating. Okay, my gamer bros know what I'm talking about. You know, the ping was up and down, and I'm hearing that the ping may get severe out here in Canada, in the Canadian servers. Okay, roll it.
The first time leader to leader. The Prime Minister called it a constructive conversation, but informed the President that Canada won't back down on retaliatory tariffs. Here's CTV's Judy Trin on what was discussed.
We had a very constructive...
Bro, say psych, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Man. Come on, man. Yo, like, stop it, bruh. Like, you know... Man, stock market crashing because of y'all sickers out there, bro. We got constructions worker in the back. Damn, they're listening very attentively though, okay.
Discussion.
After 2 weeks of silence since being sworn in, Prime Minister Mark Carney spoke to U.S. President Donald Trump for the first time.
You know, I've always loved Canada, and we had a very good conversation with the Prime Minister. They've got an election going on, so we're going to meet after the election.
On social media, Trump referred to Carney as Prime Minister and said they would meet after the election. That collegial tone is remarkably different from how he referred to Carney's predecessor.
I call him Governor Trudeau.
For months, Trump has been...
Listen, the craziest part here is that, of course, bro, like Canadians, I have yet to meet a Canadian that likes Trudeau. You feel what I'm saying? So the Liberal Party here in Canada was cooked, y'all. But after, like, the situation, after these events that transpired, bruh, yo, people started liking him though. Of course, not like that though, pause, but you know, the Liberal Party is gaining a whole lot of momentum here in Canada, which is crazy, which is like, of course, if the Liberal Party wins, it's gonna be the complete opposite of the US. And yeah, it seems like that the homie Trump wants that though. Like, he cool with Mark though. I mean, it seems like Mark is definitely better than Trudeau though, but I'm not sure to what angle, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. And the homie Polievre, bro, yo, the homie Polievre was like doing amazing though. It felt like that he's gonna win. Right now, it's 50-50 though. Honestly, nobody knows who's gonna win. But right now it seems 50-50. Initially, I want to share this clip in a second too, but check this out.
We had a...
Oh, my bad. Roll it.
Threatening to turn Canada into the 51st state. At the Port of Montreal, Carney was asked if Trump was still a threat to Canadian sovereignty.
This was a call between two leaders of their respective governments, between two sovereign nations.
The trade war with the U.S. is expanding. Trump has now imposed tariffs on automobiles, along with tariffs on steel and aluminum. Carney told Trump Canada will retaliate after the White House announces its additional reciprocal tariffs on April 2nd.
This is the start of negotiations. We will see what the United States does on the 2nd of April.
After his call with Trump, Carney chaired a First Ministers meeting and updated the premiers. Some remain skeptical despite the change in Trump's tone.
I urged the Prime Minister to work with our allies around the world. The president is attacking countries everywhere right now.
The conservative...
Yo, he won the servers, you know what I'm saying? He won the Canadian server, he won the... Y'all can check this out, so roll it.
Very constructive discussion, and we agreed to begin comprehensive negotiations. Trump and I spoke on the phone. We had a very constructive discussion, and we agreed to begin comprehensive negotiations about a new economic and security relationship.
Comprehensive? That seems like a new word that these fellows be talking about right now. Damn!
Relationship between our two sovereign countries immediately following the federal election. I made it clear that I will be working very hard with my colleagues behind me. I will be working very hard over the next month to earn the right to represent Canada in those discussions.
Hopefully he's not gonna turn these constructions workers into a CRA team that goes around and, you know what, taxes the Canadian citizens, okay? Hopefully we're not gonna see that. I don't want to see that in my lifetime where, you know, the homeboy turned constructions workers into a CRA team, eh? That would be a disaster.
We've made progress. It's the beginning of negotiations.
That's good.
We will have comprehensive discussions of the broader economic partnership after the federal election. But this is the start of negotiations. We will see what the United States does on the 2nd of April. it is still the case, of course, that there are tariffs on a number of other Canadian goods. That was a very cordial, substantive call. This was a call between two leaders of their respective governments, between two sovereign nations. It was a call focused on, the spirit of the call was both cordial and focused on making progress. And that's why you had several things. One is an agreement, which is what I wanted. I think you wanted as well. And I've been clear about this for a number of weeks, to have a comprehensive discussion on our broader economic and security partnership. We agreed to that. As also to have intensive discussions between our ministers, positive, cordial, constructive, focused on action, exactly what.
Okay, it seems like that they're gonna squash the beef, and I like that. You know what? I want that. I don't wanna like, I don't want Americans beefing with Canadians. I don't want Canadians beefing with Americans. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know the homie Trump wants this to be one server. I mean, one country. Which let's be objective, right? Like, jokes aside, though, guys, it's probably not gonna happen, though, right? It's not. It's simple as that. Not gonna happen, right? So we can like fight. At the end, we're both gonna lose, right? One server is gonna lose more than the other, I agree, but like, yeah, right? I guess the best course would be, hey, we're already tied. Why not come even more closer? No diddy though. Okay, let's come even closer, all right? Not like physically, but metaphorically speaking, guys. Come on, man, get it together, okay? Yeah, let Canadians work in America without having a work visa. Let Americans work in Canada without a work visa, and all that bull squash. You know, the paperwork and all that. You know, let's get rid of that. Let's come closer in that way, without like making two servers become like one server, or merging into servers, this and that. And yeah, like there's just gonna be a whole lot of complications, though. You know, personally, if you ask for my personal opinion, bruh, I'm cool with either, bro. Yo, like 53% taxes here in Canada, bruh, like crazy. I'm cool with either situation, okay? Whether we become one server or stay like this, I'm cool with either, okay? But of course, like generally speaking, based off of my experience talking with people, a lot of people don't want Canada, US becoming one. At least that's what the Canadians want, right? And some are cool with it, but it's very few and far in between. And guys, objectively speaking, it's just not gonna happen, okay? Let's check out what the homie Polievre got to say, okay? Let's roll it.
We want to put an end to this crazy tariff chaos. We have the best trading relationship in the history of the world.
Yeah.
Why not continue and grow that trading relationship as two?
Stop the crime, stoppons les crimes. Okay, so he's going like French English, so the American homies can understand what it means. Ça doit être arrêté là, arrêter les crimes là, arrêter les crimes. Arrêter means stop. You know what I mean? So I guess it's like more the French and English kind of like hybrid model right there. So the American homeboys can understand, the American homies can understand. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that.
Two separate sovereign nations. My message to President Trump is that true free trade without tariffs will allow both of our economies to separately grow stronger.
Yeah,
so
no
we can
trades.
fund stronger militaries and.
I mean trades, yes, not no trades. What am I saying? No tariffs on either side. Okay, let's come together, man. It's all love, man. No diddy though. No pause. Full on pause.
More secure borders.
No pause. I mean.
And make our continent safe against the real risks from overseas. That's the goal that we should all be working towards. And my goal will be to make Canada, regardless of what the Americans do, this has all been a wake-up call for us. By blocking pipelines and LNG plants and slow-rolling resource projects, capping our oil and gas sector, the Liberals have made us too reliant on the Americans. That will end. My government will repeal the entire carbon.
Yo, honestly, bro, like it might be a 5D chess move from the homie Trump to kind of like be on the side of Mark. So you know what, Liberals win in Canada, so and then it's gonna keep up with that, because like from what I'm gathering, I could of course be wrong, but if Polievre wins, there will be stuff that he would do absolutely, and it might not be I think he's gonna put like Canadians first, of course, just like how Trump is putting Americans first. So it would be that, but I guess if Mark wins, yeah, I think it's gonna be like, yeah, Trump's gonna put American first, but he may also put Americans first. You know what I'm saying? And if you're an American, of course, you want Trump putting you first, right? And if you're Canadian, you definitely want like your leader putting you first. You know, we can, of course, like, it doesn't mean that you start like a war with another country, you know, but you put your people first and then you try to help another, right? It's like the same thing, right? If you're in a plane, if it's Boeing, I'm not going, simple as that. But if you're in a plane and you're you are in an emergency situation, you put your mask first on you and then you help another person, right? Because if you cannot help yourself, how are you gonna help another, right? It's simple as that. So yeah, but so I mean, right now it's a 50-50 situation though, honestly.
Tax, the energy cap, the anti-pipeline law, C-69. We will bring the hundreds of billions of dollars back to our economy, and we will start selling between Canadians and overseas so that we are stronger, self-reliant, sovereign, to stand on our own 2 feet and stand up to the Americans. In other words, let's bring home the country that we knew and the country that we still love. Oh, well, it's clear that the president would like to keep the Liberals in power. They've been very good for his agenda. He wants to take our money and our jobs, and Liberals have helped him do it. They've blocked pipelines, LNG plants, they've raised taxes. Mr. Carney wants a massive tax on our Canadian industry that will drive jobs south of the border. Mark Carney and Donald Trump have one thing in common. They both favor taxing Canadian industry. Trump with tariffs and Carney with carbon taxes. And obviously that will send hundreds of thousands more jobs south of the border into the arms of the Americans. By contrast, though, Canadians will have to decide, after the lost Liberal decade, do you want to give the Liberals a 4th term? Driving up costs and crime, driving our economy down under the American thumb.
It's gonna be really interesting to see who wins this time, y'all. Like, I don't know, man. Okay, shout out to the homie Daily Dose Roll It.
Delivery driver saw this person's cat, and I'm not sure why, but they started licking it.
Yo, hey, bro, chill.
She has no idea.
What if he had herpes and he gave herpes to the cat, bro?
Yeah, that she has a hole in her gas tank.
Okay, say psych.
She has no idea that she has a hole in her gas tank.
Woman.
Oh God.
I'll catch you. I love your sheets. Come on, guys, make my night.
Yeah, I swear, right? Sometimes the police officers would probably be like, yo, please do some dumb so I can get some action, you know? I can only imagine.
Whoever designed this water slide needs to go to jail.
Bruh, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Bam!
Hey, what's up?
Hey, yo!
This US Army soldier just graduated, and according to tradition, they can't move until a family member touches them. So her brother decided to not touch her to see what would happen.
Do you want some?
These Oreos look pretty good, don't they?
Do you want some? Look at that little hat.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Just break the character already.
Are you smiling?
I mean, she already broke the character. Let's be real. So
I don't think you're supposed to be smiling.
You're supposed to protect America. You're supposed to protect America. If you're smiling all the time, why am I sounding like Russian already? Yo, that's my subconscious, like automatically assuming that we're gonna go to war with Russia or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully not, man, because they probably have a bigger nuke. And let me tell you, man, you don't play with nukes, okay? You play with something else, pause, but not nukes, okay?
So this is a nightmare elevator situation.
Bruh. Yo! What happened? Damn! Oh, okay, so it collapsed. Or not collapsed, but the other word, the opposite of collapse.
This guy knows how to make his voice sound like an echo.
This part is where they film. Mortal will come on bed 9.
That's AI. That ain't real.
D5. Where Lucan versus Kitana. Here. In this beat.
Fun fact, if you didn't know this about Samsung.
He couldn't even lip sync? Bro, what? Like, it don't even feel like he's talking.
Here, in this beat.
Yeah, it's like the video and the audio track are not synced together.
Fun fact, if you didn't know this about Samsung phones. Every single Samsung phone
Yeah.
comes preloaded with an image of a chihuahua. I swear to God.
What?
Every single one of them. Look.
Yeah, I gotta try that too. What's the
He
number?
was trying to predict when lightning would strike.
I'll do it later, but my bad, bro.
Olha o trovão.
So I guess iguanas are actually terrifying.
Hey, Lassie, I got you a stuffed animal.
Okay. Hey, pump the
A
brakes,
few
bro.
days
Pump the
ago, there
brakes.
was a rocket launch that left behind a really weird phenomenon. It's called a blue spiral, and it's caused by frozen rocket fuel.
Nah, homie. I don't buying that. Yeah, this was seen all across Europe, and a lot of people are like, aliens! They are lying. What if? I heard crows are very intelligent.
Good boy.
I just found out that gas stations have this really cool fire extinguishing mechanism in place.
I mean, I hope so, right? Oh crap, what happened? Damn, yeah, run! Yo, I caught the guy running. Yeah, bro, like, what you doing, homie? Leave.
Come here.
Say psych!
This truck has a TV screen that allows you to see what's in front of the truck.
Nah, ain't no way, homie. Ain't no way. Bro, I might be... Yo, you may bug for a bit, because you're like, hey, there's nobody in front.
Yes.
This has to be the greatest.
She's like unbudged. She's like, yo, what? It's like, oh man, I'm sleeping. You're nothing.
This has to be the greatest dancing.
She also got like one of those, I believe, back scratchers. What a life she living, right? Got
This
a
has to be the
sofa,
greatest dancing robot in the world.
recline sofa. Michael Jackson up in this mother effer. Yo, robots gotta stop, bro. Whoa!
First, the idea was chickens and toad.
Oh yeah, bro. Hey, yo, we ain't gonna eat you right now,
This guy
homie.
was
Stop.
flying a kite that looked like a bird, and his eagle had to check it out.
Yeah, they were planning to eat that chicken, so the chicken said nah. Say psych.
He tried to out AI the AI.
Can I get a number 9 3-piece combo? Large?
Which drink, fixin', and dipping sauce?
My drink, a Pepsi. My fixin', fries. My dipping sauce, ranch.
Would you like to add Bowberry Cobbler for $1.99?
Absolutely not.
This guy has incredible Riz levels.
Fez uma pra tu ver. Oi? Vai, André.
There's some different about dudes, right? Whenever they see like a chick they're into, they would automatically just have like this superhuman power, even though like they may or may not be good, you know. But whenever they see a chick that they're into, all of a sudden like they would get that superpower, or it would be the complete opposite where they actually shut down and collapse and start to do something dumb. 20 kilometers per hour. That gotta be Mr. Beast. That's definitely Mr. Beast. Or his video. Oh my god, 40?
So this is pretty interesting. An artist decided to put in seesaws on the border between the United States and Mexico.
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm not sure how something like this is even possible, but she somehow baked hollow cookies.
I mean, that's a sign that Hollow Earth is real, you know what I'm saying? Psych, I'm joking. But did you see this video? If not, guys, check this one out. Click on this video on the screen, because apparently the footage that was revealed and released recently is just too good to be missed. Okay, check it out and I'll see you right